Hey everyone, I have lost the first part of the video to do with this one, so the sanding. Haven't quite finished sanding anyway, but at the moment I'm going to try and take off this shielding, see if we can raise this a little bit so that it's not going to scuff once it's painted. So I'm just going to do that now quickly. Okay guys, I've taken this off and now I'm thinking, rather than putting this back on, because it doesn't really serve any purpose. I mean, it looks okay, doesn't look bad. I was going to paint this silver and then put like blood on it, and now I've just thought, well, that's the obvious thing to do. But I remember seeing a video from my mate Rob over at Southern Brisbane NERF Club, and I think he put PVC piping in to hold 4 darts or something. But I'm wondering whether or not we can attach a mag to the side so that you can actually take out however many darts the mag will hold, if you know what I mean. So I need to take this out basically to see if we could do that. I think that would probably look really cool, though it would mean that would be pointless. I'm going to give it a shot. Let's see how we go. If it doesn't work, well, I haven't lost anything. This thing's been sitting here for months, right? So I'm going to have to take this all apart to get rid of that, I'm assuming. As you all know, I don't know what I'm doing. I need coat duct to do this for me, basically. I'm going to give it a shot. I've raided my ammo bin. We could get totally crazy here, couldn't we, guys? This guy. That would be kind of funny. Don't know how it would look though. I think that's going to look kind of weird. I don't know. So at the moment I'm thinking I might raise this with some styrene so that it fits better, so that it's more flush rather than bent, but kind of looks cool from that side with the big long one. So to attach this here, we could just use hot glue because you're not going to see it anyway, but I want to make sure that it looks aesthetically pleasing once it's done, obviously. So I'm thinking if I sanded down those lines on there, I'd be able to get this a little bit closer than it is. Okay, hopefully you can see that has actually helped a little bit. So you can see where they're raised, here and here, and gone here. Not a lot, but a little. Every little helps. Oh dear. See, Angela, don't take things apart. Just leave them together. And now it's firing super powerful compared to what it was, but only one of the barrels. So I don't know what I've done, but I'm going to leave it because that thing is insane. It's going so much further than it was. But sadly only one of them. I can only assume it's because I've cut out those holes or whatever it is. I don't know. Still pretty cool. Right, I'm going to start screwing this back together and then attaching the ammo. You know what, I've decided to go on Facebook Live and ask my NERF modding audience, because they're far better at this than me, what the heck I've done here. Okay, I just finished the Facebook Live and no one else knew how to fix it either, so I feel kind of better. But awesome bunch of people on my Facebook page. Really, really nice, always willing to give it a shot and help me out. Really appreciate that, guys. Just going to sand this back so that it fits more snugly where I want it to go. Might just do it with this. Speed it up, it's going to take ages. Super quick update because my camera battery is nearly dead. I'm just shaving this bit out here for anyone else who wants to do this mod, just to push the magazine back more flush with here. I'm just going to take off a couple more mil. Sorry about that bird out there, it's having a meltdown. I just did that by shaving it down here and then shaving it back here. So I'm going to take another couple of mil off, bring it back to about here, and then I'm going to glue the mag on. I'm just going to use hot glue for that. Quick wee update as to how the project's going. It's all back together. Still only working with one barrel, but meh, whatevs. I have been trying to stick with this aesthetic of ridiculous tools and things glued to it all over the place. And apparently glues don't like adhering to whatever these are made of. I'm assuming it's steel of some kind. So I have had this, trying to glue this here to stick with the sort of tool vibe that's happening. I've had this one, and this is literally the glue. Super glue's not working, hot glue's not working, and contact cement isn't working. So my idea to stick with that aesthetic on this side, which is what I was hoping, it's kind of fallen flat. I had this glued here, which was fine. But then as soon as I attached this to here and here, which I kind of wanted because I think it looks pretty cool, and then front on it's sort of angled, but I can't work out a way to get it on there. I've tried out all the glues that I own, and none of them are holding it enough for it to get knocked about. It would look okay for display, but that's pointless since it still fires. So yeah, I'm not sure what to do now. I'm a bit bummed about that. I really liked that. I thought it would look cool when it was painted because of the other wrenches and tools and things that are hidden in the bits and pieces, but that's where we're at. So it's going to have less stuff, and this side looks pretty blank, so we might have to up that with maybe some decals or something. I added these cool things. These are fasteners, just one side of a fastener, and I've glued them into all of the glue holes, and I think they look much cooler than normal screw holes. These ones I haven't done because I'm going to wrap that when I've finished. These ones weren't done because they're too shallow. But they look alright, I think. Bit cooler. Did these ones as well. So there we go, that's where we're at. Next time you see this bad boy, it'll be painted black and we're ready to crack on and dry brush it. I decided I couldn't spray it without doing some kind of texture on this side, so I made a little spanner, popped a little bolt in there, and I'm hoping, because this is made of foam, it will actually glue to the plastic and adhere no problem. That's just cut out around a spanner, and I will stick it here. The update, I've glued it on and it's worked a treat. It's not going anywhere. Added the end of a pencil for a little bit of texture there. We're good to go to finally paint it. I'll probably strap that on so it looks like it's taped. Done. I'm just going to wrap that around so it looks like it's holding that on. Totally forgot I need to strap that up as well, so it's quite handy. I'm just going to strap this because you can paint that and get quite a nice effect, but because of all this, just want to cover that up. That is a nightmare. All the warnings, just a mess. Oh, are we off camera? Sorry guys, what a dope. I've just wrapped it around, pulled it tight, wrapped it around. It ran out, so I'm going to need to cut another length. And we're done. There, hopefully you can see that. I'm really tight, there's no gaps. Looks like tape, basically. And when it's painted, it'll look cool. Right, now we're finally ready to go paint it black. Hey everyone, it's NERF here. If the lighting looks funny compared to last time, I've actually bought myself a light, because I realize my light's terrible in here. And it's this guy, and it is a whole lot brighter than I thought it would be. So I've actually got it hanging really, really high above me. If that's annoying, let me know, because my shadow now is much deeper than it was. I'll turn it off for a sec. I'll give you the choice of which you'd rather see in future videos, because obviously I won't know for this one. That's how my lighting usually looks, and that's how it looks with that on. So I'll give you the choice, just let me know in the comments and I'll fix it for next time. I'm leaving it on for this time just because it does look a little bit clearer. I'm also leaving in a rookie mistake that I've done, and the reason I'm leaving it in the video rather than editing it out is you might make it too. So if you don't know about it, spray paint will have a chemical reaction if it hits anything made of rubber or with rubber in it. And that would include the bumpers on your ammo. I haven't painted ammo for so long, I completely forgot, and I just sprayed these as per normal, and you can see here it just doesn't dry at all, it just stays wet. So I'm going to need to wipe those off and do them in acrylic. If you're spraying something that's got rubber on it, I suggest painting it with Mod Podge first to seal the rubber, and then you can spray it with enamel as per normal. But for now, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wipe it off and then just hit it up with some acrylic, because acrylic dries even on rubber. Can't believe that I did that, guys. Never make that mistake. Oh well, apparently I do. Okay, I'm going to hit it up with some of this and we'll come back. Okay, you can see it looks a bit rougher now in this light because I have just jammed the brush anywhere, but it'll be dry brushed over. These are dry, yay, no paint. That's it, I'm just going to smash it with some dry brushing. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know what this is. You can probably skip ahead. I can't find my kitchen roll, so I'm just going to use a wee towel to wipe off the brush. So nice, soft, thick brush. If you've seen my other tutorials, this will be boring, but just in case you haven't, a little bit of silver on the brush, wipe it off the brush. You can barely see it there, and then just start hitting it across whatever pattern you're going for. So I'm going to start here, and you should start to see it appearing from the black, anything that's raised. This is going to take probably half an hour. So with that in mind, I'll speed this next bit up, but that's all you're doing. Across, 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 lightly, new soft brush, paint on the brush, off the brush, across. Speed this next bit up for you so you're not bored to tears. Okay guys, oh my arm. That's one side partially done. Hopefully you can see the detail. I'll lift it up a little. It's starting to come out. Maybe it was better with the light off. 1 second. Is that better? Yeah, you can see the detail starting to come out just by doing that. So I've got to do the entire thing. Same thing on the other side as well. Start bringing that detail out. For now though, I'm going to go and give my arm a little rest, do some actual work, and then I'll come back and we'll keep going. There we go, the other side started. Just going to give my arm another rest because, I'll be back shortly and we'll crack on some more. Okay, I just realized that I was doing that in time-lapse, and I'm waffling away explaining what I'm doing, but you can't hear me because time-lapse doesn't record audio. So for those people who haven't seen one of my mod videos before and they're wondering what that was about, I like to finger paint sometimes, get a little bit of detail on the high up parts of the mod. So just put a little bit of silver paint or bronze paint or whatever you're using on your finger. And you can actually do any flat parts. So you can see I've run it around here to bring the spanner up. Corners, I think you probably saw me doing that. Any edges you want to do, any bit that's raised. And that there I wanted to do more silver because obviously it's part of the wrench. I'm assuming this is part of the wrench also. So just keep doing that. Dab, dab, and then wherever you want. So things like screws. So I've missed one here, so I'll show you. This one. Just brings it up a little bit better. It's also good for doing barrels. Yeah, gives it a little bit more detail. It's good for doing the dragging as well. Yeah, so that's what that was about, just because obviously you couldn't hear me when I was explaining. I just like to do all the edges as well. Makes it look nice. And it wipes off easily because it's just acrylic. Okay. So we're getting there. I think I'm going to do this part red, like an old wrench or shifter spanner or whatever it is. Pretty pleased with how my foam one turned out. Not sure what's happened there. Where else are we doing? Yeah, just need to work out the colors. So hopefully yours is looking roughly at this stage. Nice and metal. I think maybe we'll do the wraps as well. Haven't worked out what color I'm going to do the plating yet because I like it all metal actually. But I want it to differentiate from the magazine. So we shall see. Next up, I'm just going to tape this bit off here. When I am taping things, if I'm taping NERF and I've just dry brushed something, this is a wee tip that I do. Again, you might have seen it in my other videos, but just in case, whatever I'm taping, tape it to the bench first, or the table, stick it down, and then peel it up ready to use. And that just makes it slightly less sticky, so that when you peel it off, there's less chance of it taking something you want with it. That's just something I personally do. You don't need to do that. If you're feeling confident with your tape. Just going to cover all the way around this, and then we'll come back. We'll paint it up. New brush, nice and soft for the red. On, off, on, off. You could probably use, you can leave extra on for this because it's going to be quite a deep red when it's done. If you want it to be like totally popping red, really do this in silver or white. beforehand and then whack the red over it. I want it to be kind of antique looking, so now it looks like there might be space there for a nice little decal, maybe the name of the wrench. So hopefully you can see I haven't done it flat. Obviously if you want to do it flat, hopefully you're still there, my camera's nearly dead. If you want to do it flat, just hit it with blobs of paint. I like bringing up the detail so it looks kind of like the paint has rubbed off. Hopefully you can see that. Try and focus on that a little. That's how I like to do it, thus that not being completely red either. Yeah, peel off, have a look, and then I'll have to go and charge my camera, sadly. Right when you're in the zone as well. Super annoying. Wow, that's given it a bit of pop. What do we think? That looks pretty sweet. Got some here, but we can fix it. And here, oh, I didn't tape it far enough. I'll fix that for when we come back and do the next bit. Give me some time to think about this plating. Pretty happy with that though. Here we go. I'll turn the light off so you can see it properly. Come back, finish this bad boy. Think. There we go. Hopefully you can see. Pretty sweet. We'll get some colour in this side, don't worry. Whew, okay, that was a long time. It's all taped up. I haven't taped everything off. I figure it will be quicker to fix those things rather than taping them, but I've taped off the main bit. I've missed a few wires and things that I will fix post doing the plating, but I've got most of it. Now I'm going to do it yellow as per power tool rules. Hopefully it will look okay, because once the yellow's on, it's on. Two yellows, lemon and cadmium. I'm going to go for this one. It looks a little bit darker. So cross your fingers, and I shall cross mine, that this looks okay. New brush. And guess what we're doing? We're dry brushing. Yellow on, yellow off. Oh, you know what? I've forgotten to speed it up. Sorry guys, I'll speed it up for you now so that you're not bored. Over all the plating. Obviously not doing the bits that you're not meant to be doing. Okay, that's that done. I'm going to untape it now and cross my fingers. I realise there's some bits that should be black, but they'll be easy to touch up. I'll untape it all now. Sorry, I'll learn to speak English. I'll untape it all now. Come back and see what we've got. Okay, tape is off. There's a few little mistakes where the tape has pulled a little bit, but overall, not too shabby. Let's brighten it up a little bit at least. May well dirty it up once it's done as well, but now I have to go around fixing any of the little screws here that should be silver, obviously, and not yellow. Same on this side. And to do that, I'm going to use the finger painting trick. Shouldn't need too much for this, hopefully. And dib dab, and just start going around, tapping them all. Shouldn't take too long to do all of them. I think this video is stupidly long now. So go around and do them all probably 3 times, letting it dry in between each time. And then it's time to take this off and do the wrapping. By the time we come back, I'll have that taped off. For transparency's sake, and so you're not like, oh, I couldn't get it to be that neat. No, I couldn't get it to be that neat either, guys. Having to use a small model brush to get into some of them, so needs must. A little bit more time consuming, but a lot neater, because some of them are on the side like the chain, so obviously it's much easier with the brush. Okay, I'll tape it off, unless I notice any other mistakes, and do this wrap. Home stretch, bit of brown, taped it all. If you think you're super neat, you don't need to tape it all either. I just don't trust myself. I'm going to use a yellow brush so that I'm not wasting a new brush. Same as before, across the grain of it. If I seem like I'm rushing, I am. Just want this done now. Feel like I've been at it for days. Oh, I have been at it for days. Now you can either leave your strapping that sort of dark leather look, or you can do a little bit of light over it like me. But I have to wait for that to dry before I do that. And I'll also be using a new brush. This is just to highlight the edges a little bit more because I like it that way. You don't have to do it this way. Do whatever you like. Believe it or not, I've tried to keep this video really short. I've already edited the first part and man, I cut a lot out, but I needed to make sure that I'd left enough in there so that you could see what I'd done. So I apologize for the length of it, but I wasn't sure what else to cut out. I didn't want to leave anyone hanging like, how did she do that? Or how did she do this? Yeah, it's a long one. I was thinking of splitting it into 2, but I think most people would probably find that annoying. And you'd still have to watch 2 longer videos anyway. You know what I mean? Woohoo! Tape off, and then I just got to fix the spanner, and I think that's it. I can't, oh, I've forgotten the wire, damn it. Oh. Okay, so we haven't quite finished. Why? I'm gonna go red, even though that's red. How annoying when you think you've finished and then you realize, nope, you haven't finished. You're a dope. Just realized this is super boring for you guys. So I'll put my camera off. I'm going to do this wire, and any other wires I can find. And then we'll come back and it'll be done with any luck. All done, I think. The only thing that you missed was me doing the wires, adding a little bit of silver and gold here and there. And I think that's it. Little better with the light off maybe. I'll take some photos like I always do and put them at the end anyway, so that it looks how I'm seeing it rather than under various light conditions. The only thing I would suggest if you're doing yours is don't do it in the yellow. If I could redo this again, I'd have left that. I don't like that at all. I've literally left it like that because I haven't got time to redo it for the tutorial. I don't know what it's something clowny about it. Not clowny Nerf, he's awesome. Something a little bit, I don't know, it's too colourful. I'm not a fan. But it looks okay for what it is. It's all done. I might just hit up my decal box and see if I've got any funny decals that might just zhuzh it up a bit on this side. And that being the case, you'll see those in the photos. I hope this tutorial's helped you get ideas for this blaster, I guess. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it or you found it of use. Hit the comments if you use it. I'd love to hear from you, or stick it on my Facebook page. If you want me to do a specific Nerf blaster, hit the comments on my Facebook page and I'll see what I can do, provided it's not too costly because I'm on a budget obviously. And I think when I hit 1,000 subscribers, should that ever happen, we might give one of these away, one of the ones that we've done in the tutorials. Till next time, have an awesome weekend. Nerfenstein out.